guys, so today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to take care of an American Girl doll, but also like a couple of like tricks on like what's the best doll pick for you and things like that. So just kind of all of those tips combined in one video. So let's go ahead and get started. So what doll is right for you? So personally, if you're picking out your first doll, this applies to you. If you're just like wanting to know what doll you should get, I have no idea. But if you're picking your first doll, I would go for a doll that has long wavy hair because you can do more things with their hair. Like if you choose a curly doll as your first doll, you're not going to be able to like do much with their hair, and you're probably just going to make the curls go bad because you're probably not too sure on how to take care of the curls. And you also might do like brush them out, you might do a little too much to them, and there's just so many ways to maintain a doll with curly hair, and it's not a fun thing. Honestly, it's not fun taking care of dolls with curly hair if it's your first doll, because my first doll was Julie and I loved her hair. The only thing that really sucked is her hair was pinned straight, so that's why I also don't recommend a doll with like pinned straight hair, because you can't do much with them either because their hair is so fine and it's so long. And mostly because it's so straight, because whenever you put a braid in there, it's gonna crimp. So that's kind of what sucks. So get a doll with long wavy hair and you'll probably never have issues with her. So yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about if you are younger, you guys might be interested in this book. This is a doll hair salon book. So what you can do is if you're younger, you can see like different hairstyles you can do with your dolls. And I personally recommend this because they're gonna show you guys, well, that's not it. They're going to show you guys some ways on some good hairstyles you guys can use for your doll with all kinds of different hair types. This is a big recommendation. I'm not sure how much this is, but I would definitely go pick this up if you are interested in more hair tips. So that's pretty much all I have for what doll should be your first doll, or what you should get your daughter or your grandchild for their first AG doll. Don't get them something that is gonna mess up quickly. I feel like dolls with wavy hair are just great because you can do everything with them. So also with the hair, gently brush the hair. If you are watching this and you're a kid and you're not really sure all of the hair care tips, I might make a whole separate video, but basically cutting to the chase is gently brush their hair. This is a big problem. Start from the bottom and work your way up to the top, because if you don't do this, her hair is going to get frizzy. Make sure you use water. And also make sure when you first get your doll to just look at the hair care like tips on her hand, so you can get a little information about that. But I'm just telling you everything you're going to see on that pamphlet, so it's kind of really no use. So another thing with getting your first doll, or just a trick or a tip, is avoid getting water in their eyes or heavy water usage. I think this can create silver eye. I'm not sure if that's like a whole different thing, but I'm pretty sure this can mess up their eyes. Just getting water in their head just really messes everything up. It can cause their eyes to stick. So if you're someone who's curious about that whole thing, it's just very, very like, just don't do it. It's just very, very hard to fix the doll once it has had water in it, and it's very hard. So the body can kind of recover, but the head and the eyes, they just kind of stick, and it just really sucks because now you have a doll that has a lot of flaws. And by flaws, like not meaning like bad, just has a lot of things wrong with her now. Another thing is don't bend their legs. If you are younger and you're watching this, you might, just lay your doll down and just think, oh, she's gonna be okay, but her legs are like two different ways. So this is a big thing because this is gonna cause your doll to get loose limbs. And personally, I just think that I've never had a doll with loose limbs ever. Unless I bought it secondhand, I just tightened them myself. But if you are someone who does this and is guilty of this, just stop doing it, because her legs are going to get very loose and she's not going to be able to stand on her own. And then you're either going to have to tighten them yourself or take a chance on sending her to the American Girl Doll Hospital. And that's never good, because I've heard stories of the dolls coming back with like terrible, terrible limbs and they weren't even fixed. So I would never do that. But personally, I think that you should just like not put them in weird spots, weird positions, or just lay them down. That's mostly younger kids, but it can happen to anybody because it just happens. So another tip I have is to clean your dolls thoroughly. Now, as you guys can see, Sage looks a little dirty, honestly. because I haven't cleaned her in a while. So I would recommend probably like every 3 months, just like giving your dolls like a little sponge bath on the plastic vinyl parts. I think that's what it's called. Vinyl, I don't know. Just like giving them a good like scrub, like not too hard, like not like stuff that takes paint off, because obviously if you have a doll with eyebrows and freckles, and you don't want to take that off. But if you have a doll that is dirty, then just clean it every like 3 months. That's what I do to my dolls. I try to like pamper them, so then that way my dolls look clean for like photography and things like that for my Instagram. So those are all my tips and tricks on your first AG doll, or just any AG doll advice as well. I'll probably just make a separate video on like hair care tips, skin tips, things like that for your dolls. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye guys!